This is Pizza Dude Man Guy. With Kazuya out, we're down to one last newcomer for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I regularly share my thoughts on social media, but it's been a long time since I've done a proper video. So, here are my top 10 guesses as to who the final Smash character might be. Number 10. Bandana Waddle Dee. Some people think Smash will end with a big, giant, final third-party character, but that hasn't been the case so far. They might just bring it home with a popular Nintendo character, like Bandana Waddle Dee. This little guy has been a request for a long time now, and is the only regular Kirby cast member to not be playable in Smash yet. On that note, there's still plenty of Kirby assets to include. Music is always available, but there's not a single Kirby stage past the Super Nintendo era. Now, I have Dee low on this list since, as far as I know, there's no big new Kirby thing for him to correlate with, and that absolutely does not need to be a factor. He could just be added because lots of people like him. But I think it gives an edge to some of the characters higher on this list. Number 9. Sora. This is another character with a long history of being requested for Smash, as far back as Brawl, and even now he's often near the top of international fan polls for most wanted characters. Some believe Sora would be too much of a hassle to obtain, having to collaborate with Disney, but honestly, I don't know why. Disney has done plenty with video game crossovers. Others think there would be an issue with having Disney character references in Sora's moveset, but I don't really think that's a problem either. For one, Sora has plenty of abilities on his own. Second, we've never had a rule that said characters can't reference non-video game characters, only that the character themselves originated in a video game, and Sora fits that requirement. Now, it's still a bit of a question, and given that Sephiroth was already also part of this Fighter's Pass, I have him lower on the list, but I think he's entirely possible. Number 8. Crash Bandicoot. The trending topic ever since Banjo-Kazooie joined. Crash was a big icon of his day, a rival to Mario and Sonic, and has made a re-emergence into the mainstream. Nintendo is no stranger to working with Activision, so it'd be really cool to see Crash in Smash. Now, compared to the previous choices, Crash hasn't been a request as long. His revival was relatively recent, and certainly his support was nowhere near as vocal during the Smash ballot as it is now. Who knows when or how the decision makers at Nintendo planned out the roster for Fighter's Pass 2, but I think Crash has pretty even chances. Number 7. A new Pokemon. This always seems like a candidate, doesn't it? You have hundreds of options, all beloved, all with plenty of new content to include. Incineroar didn't even bring a new stage, and we've had an entire new generation since then. That means a whole new soundtrack to bring to the table as well. Despite all that, I have this a bit lower on the list because we've already had a Pokemon Sword and Shield Spirit event. That's not a confirmation that it deconfirms, but it's the same reason I'm not really expecting a newcomer from Resident Evil, Kunio-kun, or New Horizons. Still, given the sheer number of potential candidates, a lot of fans believe this could be an exception, so I have it here. Cinderace is probably the frontrunner, but I've seen plenty of names. Number 6. Dixie Kong. Kind of the same idea as Bandana Waddle Dee, but with just a little bit more. As a character, Dixie Kong has stayed relatively consistent, even during times when Donkey Kong has been dormant, and she still holds what I think is a very special distinction as the main hero of her own game. But beyond that, there's still plenty of DK content to add to Smash. King K. Rool was a fantastic addition, but not only did he not come with a new stage, we lost our stage based on Donkey Kong Country Returns. Rumors have circulated for a while about something new coming to the franchise, given the upcoming additions to Super Nintendo World, the amount of time since Tropical Freeze, and the anniversary. I'm envisioning a completely hypothetical scenario where Nintendo makes several Donkey Kong announcements at once, including a nice wrap-up to the Smash roster. Number 5. Something from Rhythm Heaven. Okay, this follows a completely different train of thought. To give a bit of background, data exists in Smash 4 that possibly implies a Rhythm Heaven character was planned at one time, namely a fighter emblem grouped in the same area as the other fighter emblems. Given popular leaks at the time of Smash 4 and the inclusion of Rhythm Heaven enemies in Smash Run, this seems very likely. The idea here is that, since it's their last chance, the Smash team decides to finish old concepts. Kazuya might have been the result of this as well. We know from interviews that Sakurai considered adding Heihachi long ago, but wasn't sure how to make him work. Maybe Ridley was one of those too, and maybe Rhythm Heaven is next. There's plenty of reasonable character options, with my personal favorite being Karate Joe, and so much fantastic music to bring to Smash. I would really love to see more than just a couple songs from Nintendo's music franchise. It's a bit of a weird prediction, but if nothing else, I'm glad to see all the love Nintendo's smaller series have gotten recently. Number 4. A new Zelda character. The Legend of Zelda is one of Nintendo's flagship franchises, but when was the last time we truly had a Zelda newcomer in Smash? There's Link, Zelda and Sheik used to be one character, Young Link was a clone, Ganondorf was a clone, and Toon Link was originally a replacement for Young Link. And it's not like there's a lack of options, the series is filled with beloved characters just waiting to be picked. There were recent rumors of adding the champions from Breath of the Wild all as a character, and while that has little to nothing to back it up, it doesn't seem too wild anymore given the complexity of some of the other new Smash editions. This is a bit like my thoughts on Dixie Kong, but with less hypothetical. We already know there's a celebration for the anniversary, and we know more is coming. Again, perhaps a Smash newcomer is part of the deal. Number 3. Phoenix Wright. Smash Ultimate has added so much Capcom content. Monster Hunter, Ghosts and Goblins, Devil May Cry. Ace Attorney is the glaring omission now. The series has grown a lot, and it's always been something heavily tied to Nintendo. Phoenix Wright himself has actually been a fairly regular Smash request for a long time. Now, I am just waiting for the reveal of the Phoenix Wright Mii costume or the Ace Attorney Spirit event, but for the time being, I'm suspicious that this is the Capcom series we have yet to see anything for in Smash. Plus, it's another great soundtrack. Number 2. Ryu Hayabusa. Koei Tecmo is not only one of the biggest Japanese video game studios to not be involved in Smash yet, it's also one that has worked very closely with Nintendo. Maybe this doesn't really mean anything for Smash Bros., but they do own a standout character, the essential video game ninja, Ryu Hayabusa. Ninja Gaiden is regaled as another iconic NES series, following the footsteps of Mega Man or Simon Belmont in Smash, which grew into a continuing modern series now available on Switch. The game's producer recently said in an interview that Ryu hasn't been invited to Smash yet, but I don't necessarily think that means anything. Grant Kirkhope straight up lied about Banjo not being in Smash. In my opinion, it's as likely as it's ever been. Number 1. Rayman. Yep, I think Rayman has a lot going for him, so let me list it all off. Rayman has been another long-time Smash request. Maybe not as internationally or even as strongly as others, but always present. Additionally, I believe interest peaked during the false Rayman leak, which was a mere few months before the official Smash ballot. Ubisoft has worked closely with Nintendo on collaborative projects, and several Mii costumes of their characters have been added to Smash. However, Rayman is an unusual exclusion so far. Furthermore, Rayman has previously had more content in Smash. Smash 4 included trophies for Rayman, Glowbox, and Barbara, while Smash Ultimate only has a spirit for Rayman. Basically, Rayman hits a lot of my speculative checkboxes as a highly requested character from a company that works with Nintendo, who already has ties to Smash, with plenty of extra assets to offer, and hasn't had a straight disc confirmation yet. Now, these are just and only my own thoughts, and there's plenty of other options I haven't covered, such as a certain shooter that people have been gunning for who's actually in a similar position, or how, unlike Cuphead, we have yet to see a single Undertale spirit. I have my eyes on more than a few characters, but for now, that's my top 10 speculations for the final character of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think the last character might be or who you want it to be. And I'll see you next time for the next character.